What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fragrance Fraternity. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you spending some time with me as always. Today we're going to be talking about 10 fragrance pickups that I made this year. Now, I started my channel this year, so a lot of these are not going to be necessarily new releases, just stuff that I've added to my collection this year that I really enjoy that I want to tell you about. Maybe you're going to enjoy them as well. Before I get started, I think this is a good list type topic for me to bring this up. You don't need a whole bunch of fragrances. If you're collecting as a hobby, there's nothing wrong with that either. Just, be responsible with your purchases, and you should never feel like you're strapped for money because you bought fragrances. There's no fragrance in the world that smells good enough to justify feeling like you don't have enough money to get by, and it can quickly go from something that you enjoy to a burden, and I don't want that to happen to anybody. Of course, nothing wrong with getting a bunch of bottles that you enjoy and you love to use on a daily or weekly basis. I'd be a hypocrite to tell you if there was something wrong with that because I like to do that. But just want to give a quick warning to anybody maybe just getting into this hobby. It can be very addictive to be buying pretty much anything, especially fragrances that always give you kind of a good feeling when you spray them on. So just be aware of that. I just want to make that known before I start going and telling you guys about all the stuff that I bought this year. So yeah, let's get that out of the way and let's get started here with number 10. This is Salvatore Ferregamo. This is Attimo. This is a very affordable fragrance that you can get. Came out a decent while back and just a really one that was like a love at first sniff for me. You get a little bit of like this black licorice vibe in the beginning. It's not overwhelming with the black licorice, so for people that may not necessarily like that type of candy or smell, don't be alarmed. It's not super prominent. It's more so just in the opening you get a bit of that in there. You also get a really nice cardamom note and a really masculine kind of fresh spicy category that this one falls into. Really good atomizer here as well, and overall is a nice, more mature take on a date night fragrance, something that you can wear in the evening time, something that's really great for going out. Again, with the perfect balance of like this fresh, spicy combo that works really, really well, and pretty much can be used as a signature scent. You can use this in any season. Great performance for the winter, as well as fresh enough to be used in the summer. Just an excellent pickup overall. If you guys see this one out there and you're into cardamom kind of date night fragrances, if you like stuff like Armani Code, it's kind of in that same vein, just not so heavy on the tonka bean, more about the cardamom and about like this fresh spiciness like I mentioned earlier. So Ferregamo Attimo, it's a really great one to go with. All right, next one we have is from Paris Corner. This is the newest addition to the collection. This is Khair Pistachio. I learned about this one from TLTG, and his reaction alone kind of motivated me to grab this one because I could just tell how much he was enjoying, and we have a pretty similar taste when it comes to fragrances. So blind bought this one. It was a successful blind buy, and it's a clone of KLE's Pistachio. I was actually able to smell KLE's Pistachio the same day that this came in, so I was able to do a side-by-side comparison. For those of you that are familiar with that fragrance, it's a little bit more of like a creaminess and a little bit thicker and denser like you'd expect from a real fragrance versus a clone. This one is a little bit mintier, comes off a little bit fresher, but you still get that pistachio ice cream, that really prominent sweetness. And this one may be even a little bit more wearable because the real one was very overpoweringly sweet and very, very strong, not in a bad way. I personally love sweet fragrances, that's why I'm including this one, but it's a little bit less wearable. I think this one could be more easily pulled off, especially by guys, whereas that one leans a little bit more feminine in my opinion. But I really like the bottle here. I think it looks really nice. The cap looks cool. It is pretty light, but it does click into place quite nicely. But beautiful bottle style, pistachio ice cream type smell here, and a nice sweetness mixed along with a bit of like this minty freshness as well. Overall, really well done and an excellent fragrance for not that much money. This is Khair Pistachio by, I believe, Paris Corner. Yes, Paris Corner. So this is my first fragrance from Paris Corner, and I'm very impressed. It's made me interested to maybe dive into that house a little bit deeper. So next one up we have is one that I was wearing the heck out of this summer. This is Prada Lunar Rossa Ocean. This is my favorite in the Lunar Rossa line. This is Prada's take on a blue fragrance, and it incorporates a little bit of iris, which is, popular right now to modernize these fragrances. It kind of gives it a modern twist. It gives it a little bit more of an elegant type scent profile with the addition of an iris note in there. And it also features that Prada soapiness that you would assume is in every Prada fragrance, right? But it also has this really nice prominent sweetness to it. So again, as a fan of sweet fragrances, this one's great. And sweet fragrances can really be great attention grabbers. And I like fragrances with character, you know, that kind of make a statement, that are a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more bold. So this is definitely the boldest one of the bunch. The new EDP is pretty good, but it was a little bit confusing for me after wearing this one and how fresh, and this one's definitely more of a blue fragrance. That one just didn't really make sense to me all that much, although I do think it's a good fragrance. I think you're still, if you're just going to get one in the Lunar Rossa line, go with Lunar Rossa Ocean. You can wear it every day. It's very mass appealing and has a, you know, high chance for someone to find the way it smells very, very pleasing. At least that's what has happened to me in my experience. So it's usually at Sephora, just hanging out. So get your nose on it. Let me know what you think. Lunar Rossa Ocean from Prada. Next one up we have is a fan favorite. This is 1 Million Lucky. Another pretty sweet fragrance. You can kind of see a trend here, right? So this one has plum, hazelnut, and also has sweetness. So it works really great in the winter time, which is when I'm filming this. And good performance here. Nice looking bottle and pretty unique as far as designer fragrances go. I don't have any other fragrances that smell like 1 Million Lucky. Still my favorite in the line, and does things in a really, really impressive fashion. I had some friends over the other day, and they are not into fragrances at all, and I was just having them smell a whole bunch of stuff. That's one of my favorite things to do when people come over. I just make them smell a bunch of stuff against their will. And this was their favorite. They pretty much all agreed that 1 Million Lucky was their favorite out of, I don't know, maybe the 20 to 25 fragrances I made them smell that day. So to the untrained nose, this one really works as far as my little, 5-6 person experiment went, for whatever that's worth. But 1 Million Lucky, definitely one that you want to check out if you are into fragrances. Next one up we have is a great signature scent in Dior Homme 2020. This is a great fragrance to wear to work, wear to school. If you are looking for a gift and you're maybe a little bit behind on holiday shopping, or you're looking for ideas for a really great fragrance to purchase, your brother, your dad, your uncle, any kind of guy in your family, Dior Homme 2020 is an excellent decision. High likelihood that they're going to enjoy it. It's a Dior, so it's got that premium brand appeal to it. It's got great performance. It's a little bit woody with a nice icy super synthetic backbone that helps with that performance and helps it shine, gives it this kind of sparkle and this effervescence. Overall, it just smells really high quality, and one that you really can't go wrong with. You could wear this every day and never get tired of it. I think I actually included it in my list where I talked about wearing one fragrance a month every day. I'm pretty sure I included this one in one of the months. And yeah, it's just very versatile and very, very nice to wear. Great bottle. And you can get it for a good price. I think this is going for like under $80 for the 100 ml right now, which is phenomenal considering how expensive men's designer fragrances have gotten in the last year or two. So Dior Homme 2020, definitely want to check that one out. All right, next one up we have is from the L'Homme line, YSL L'Homme. This is LOral Parfum. This made my #1 spot. I did a blue fragrance list. I did my favorite blue fragrances, and this took the #1 spot. You get a really beautiful geranium note that sparkles and shines. You get that ginger freshness from the original L'Homme, and you get a little bit of this YEDP flavor mixed in there as well, with a nice ambroxan and lavender. And this is a blue fragrance that kind of gets skipped over because when it came out, a lot of really good blue fragrances were coming out, but as time has had, as things have settled over time, and you can go back to some of the releases that maybe people skipped over, this is a great choice to go with. Really, really enjoy this fragrance. Gonna have to get another bottle once I run out of this one. And if you're looking for something that's gonna work every day, every situation, most people are gonna like, you want to go with L'Homme LOral Parfum from YSL. It's a great option. All right, next one up we have from Ralph Lauren. This is Ralph's Club Parfum. I think this one made my #2 spot. Can't remember exactly, but this one just smells incredible. Every time I wear this one, I'm turning heads with this, and I'm not trying to brag. I'm just giving you guys the real life situations that I'm experiencing with this fragrance. Downside is the performance. I only get about 2 hours, but those 2 hours might be the best 2 hours of your life. And yeah, I like the bottle style, I like the Zippo cap. It's got a little bit of this vetiver. It's a big improvement over the original EDP if you're familiar with that one. It's got these kind of like smoky, dark, spicy nuances working alongside the blue shower gel fresh, and it's got a nice woody backbone to it as well. Overall, just a classy blue fragrance. If you're looking for a blue fragrance that isn't as maybe youthful as a Sauvage or a YEDP, has a little bit more of like a classiness and maturity to it, Ralph's Club Parfum is definitely one that I recommend that you check out, especially in the cooler months. This thing shines, and in the evenings, it's a perfect going out type fragrance if you want to smell fresh with a nice like vetiver and woody class to it as well. All right, next one up, we have Spicebomb Nightvision Eau de Parfum from Viktor and Rolf. You gotta like sweet fragrances again to get down on this one. This one is very sweet. It's like a clubbing type fragrance, but I love it. I love the sillage that it creates. I like the spices that are still included in this fragrance that the line is known for, but it's a little bit different of a take. It kind of goes away from super heavy vanilla and super heavy resins, which are not really my favorite types of fragrances, into a more sweet, playful, going out, youthful type scent profile, with a nice pistachio note that adds a little bit of nuttiness to it. I always compare this to like a green Jolly Rancher. It's got this candied sweetness behind it. Perfect for the holiday season, perfect for the winter time and the cooler weather. This one really shines in the evening, in the cooler weather. Spicebomb Nightvision Eau de Parfum. Absolutely love that one. It's my go-to for going out to the clubs. All right, number 2 on this list is Montblanc Legend Eau de Parfum. If I had to keep only one fragrance in my entire collection, this could be it, because I love this scent profile so much. It's got that Abercrombie & Fitch scent profile. The Legend EDT was my signature scent for many years growing up, and the EDP just takes it, refines it, makes it better, makes it richer, deeper, adds more nuance, adds more character to it, and just overall improves on the scent profile. This is such a great fragrance with, I believe, a little bit of violet in there, nice oak moss note to give it some great masculinity. Cool looking bottle, a lot of value for the money with Montblanc Legend Eau de Parfum. Signature scent worthy type stuff. Can't say enough great things. Love this fragrance. Legend EDP. Check it out if you're a fan of that fierce scent profile at all. You're going to love this one. All right, last one up is the only niche on this list, and this is currently sitting at my number 1 spot as far as all my fragrances. This is my favorite one. It's sitting at the number 1 spot as of recording this. This is Mancera Black Gold. Man, this one is so good, and this one kind of gets overlooked when you hear about Mancera. You know, you hear people mention Instant Crush, and you know, you hear people mention Cedrat Boisé all the time, but this is one that's kind of under the radar more or less, and definitely needs to be brought to the light because this is incredible. So it's got this kind of Acqua di Gio Profumo type vibe to it, although it doesn't smell exactly like that. TLTG, he came up with that, and I think that's a really good analogy to the way this smells. This one is more of a niche take though. It's a little bit, it's got more nuance to it. It's got more going on. You still get a nice fresh lavender. You get the aromatics there, and you get like this violet as well mixed in with these darker incensey type notes. So if you're into aquatic fresh fragrances, but you want one with a little bit more character, richness, depth, nuance, one that's a little bit more interesting, definitely more masculine, and has insane performance and just insane compliment factor. Just, I don't know, I just say that because I would give someone a compliment if they were wearing this because I love it so much. Obviously it's at my number 1 spot. Mancera Black Gold. If you're only going to get one from the house, probably, you know, this could be a good option to go with. This is currently my only Mancera. I used to have 1 or 2 other ones, but didn't like them, so I ended up selling them off. I do have French Riviera on the way, which I really like, but as far as easy to like Manceras, ones that most people are going to blind buy and be okay with if you are going to blind buy them, I think Black Gold is a good choice to go with. It's very, very appealing. So that's today's list. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we're getting close to almost 900 subscribers. So thank you guys. Can't do this without you. It's really all about you guys here, and I appreciate you supporting and commenting and interacting, and I hope that this is fun for you. I'll keep coming out with videos. Let me know down below what's one fragrance that you got this year that you've been really enjoying. Always would love to hear from you guys, and hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.